the left side. Every seat by the window. I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too. Slide your feet over. Everything by this window. I need this. All these seats. Move over. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, color like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, lethal weapon, lethal injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady on the G. Good morning. Good morning. I made it. Listen, gang, first things first. It is still morning. It is episode 8. I made it just in time, gang, just in time. Let me know if we sounding good. What's good in the chat? What we doing? Let me know. Let me see who's in the check-in. British Queen in the check-in. We got Amani in the check-in, Diego in the check-in, Cool Said, Miss Angie. Listen, gang, I went to Jersey last night. I told y'all I'm on a semi-vacation. Mary Brown in the checkout, Kenny Mack, Jinxie, Noah King, Poison Ivy, Flash Burnt, Tiffany. Listen, gang, I made it. It's still morning. I know some of you, it may not be morning where you are, but it's still morning here. I'm only a little bit late, right? I'm only a little bit late, but the streak is intact. I have made it. Miss Tiny, Mim, Miss Curiosity, Nikki, listen, Rasheen, Homebody, listen, Miss Curiosity, Silver Fern, salute the Fern, Bag Lady Reed, Jack, Teasy, Miss Angie, Elevated Gamer. Gang, it's still morning where I am, so we technically are not defunct of our duties. Like I said, I got back in late from Jersey, so I was like, you know what? We still gonna roll. We still gonna make it. Black Main, Amani, Tom, Kenny Mack. Gang, it's a lot going on. We're gonna have a good show today because what I'm seeing right now, there is so much going on. It's hard to decipher what you want to talk about. And I hope y'all liking the new setup in here. Things are changing every day. I got the What banner over here on the wall. It got a new home. It's right here with me. All right, but the What show still happening Wednesday nights, 9:15, 9:30. Me, TJ, and Fliz. All right. Somebody said they checking in from DC. Who was that? Gidget in the building. Done deal. Joyce. Let me see who was checking in. Vina in the building. Somebody's checking in from back home. I'm about to go back home. Kenny Mack, DC tapping in. What up, Slim? What's good, DC in the building? Listen, man, it's a lot to get to. I got some good videos coming up. Did you guys watch that video I put up yesterday about the therapist and the counselor breaking down the Iceman album and breaking down Drake? It's a good watch, right? I think we had 10K views on that. It's a good watch. Lock in with that one. It's a good video. All right. Cool Said checking in from Chicago. I like to hear where y'all checking in from. Amani said, I hope you talk about Drake and Sauce Walker debacle. I talked about it. I don't know what happened new, but I have spoken on that. I think I spoke on that last week. Let me see. Did you Vincent? I'm getting the Vince Staples. Flash, I'm getting the Vince Staples. That's on my to-do list. I am going to get the Vince Staples. I'm hearing it's a good album. So that will be checked out today or tomorrow. I'm definitely going to lock in on that one. Ghost Gaming. Let me see what else going on. Jinxie. Everybody said they watched it. They watched the video. The salute the Brick City Buddha, right? And therapy by I kept calling him therapy by Kevin, but it's therapy by I think his name was I'm bugging out, but go watch it, man. I think it was therapy by damn, I kept calling him Kevin so much. He's out of Nashville, but it's on my video. Salute to Tiffany checking in from Texas, and Tiffany said she watched it. LA in the building. Storm Randall from LA. All right, gang. So let's get to this show, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. this one gonna be interesting because I know a lot of people associate LeBron with Drake, especially Drake, right? And I get it. I never understood why it became such a big deal that LeBron went to the pop out. He knows two rappers. He knows both of them. He likes them both. I never understood why this was such a big deal. I didn't know. Now the thing is, right? The thing with Drake and LeBron is basically saying, I'm just a guy that knows both of you guys. I don't gotta choose, right? He don't gotta choose. But for some reason, your boy was trying to make him choose. And LeBron was like, I don't understand this choosy lover thing you got going on. I like you and I like Doc. So LeBron went to the pop out and lost a friend, right? He lost a friend forever. And somehow, some way, this is being held against him to the end of time. I want to read this story because LeBron apparently ain't tripping. He named a bunch of his albums that he's listening to, a bunch of things he's listening to that he's rocking with right now. And Iceman ain't on there. Iceman is not on there, gang. He's not popping it to Iceman, gang. So as you would expect, I mean, LeBron does show love to things, right? But let me read this article. We're gonna find it together. LeBron is basically saying what he's listening to right now, it ain't your boy. Let me have this conversation. LeBron James reveals that what he's listening to right now and it's not Iceman by Aaron A. on hotnewhiphop.com. It's been a year of excellent releases, from mainstream drops from our favorites to underground gems that will land on everyone's year-end list. But for LeBron James, there appears to be that one album that's stuck in rotation, The Fall Off. During a recent interview, James was asked about what he's currently listening to, and he couldn't help but praise J. Cole. What I'm listening to right now, J. Cole, his whole album, The Fall Off, James said. This isn't much of a surprise, considering that LeBron James was memeified earlier this year for carrying a vinyl of The Fall Off as he arrived at the Casilla Center for a matchup against the Miami Heat. Cole revealed in an interview with Carmelo Anthony that he brought his sons to that game, but LeBron brought his vinyl of the album to get it signed. Quote, on his way, he had the Fall Off vinyl. He brought it so I could sign it, he said. My oldest is getting into basketball. Bron is his number one, and I hit Bron, and he graciously said he would do it. Although we could all consider this to be a rather insidious answer, it does come off the heels of Drake's new album, Iceman, and its accompanying projects, Hibbity Bibbity and Maid of Honor, right? People keep trying to correct me how to say it. I want to say Hibbity Bibbity. I don't need no help. I'm saying Hibbity Bibbity. All right. So Iceman, of course, contains a few shots at LeBron related to their supposed fallout post pop-out. LeBron's appreciation for Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us and the videos of him dancing along to the song in various places, including the Summer Olympics. Whoop, I guess that'll do it, gang. I guess it's just not the fall. I guess it's just not the pop-out. I guess that'll do it. Him dancing along. Evidently soured his stance with Drake. On Make Them Remember, Drake appears to address their issues, rapping, please stop asking what's good with going on with 23andMe. I'm a real N-word, and he's not. So far, we haven't heard anything from LeBron regarding those lyrics. Gang, let's unpack this, gang. Let's unpack. Let's. Gang, I'm sorry, gang. I can't stop laughing, gang. I can't, gang. Listen, so let's unpack this. Let's unpack this. We can't say that he's not listening to Iceman, but if you already heard the Fall Off came out back in what, March? Right? Iceman's out right now. And they ask you what you're listening to, and you go all the way back to J. Cole's Fall Off. You just skip right over the Iceman, right? I think it's safe to say, yeah, that the author of this article is dead on. Because Iceman right now, only in it's week 3. If he's listening to Iceman in rotation, he would say Iceman. You're not going to go back to the Fall Off. So first of all, he living in the past like he months behind. He ain't listening to nothing new. He tripping off Iceman. I mean, fall off right now. That's funny. First of all. Second of all, right? Second of all, why would he? Why would he listen to Iceman? He's taking shots at him on there. He's made it clear in no uncertain terms that he does not rock with LeBron. He has not wavered on that. He has came at him several times. And the fact of the matter is that he's not even trying to reconcile with him, right? Even when I think LeBron threw some olive branches, let's just be honest. I think he did something. What did he do? He did something over the course of this last year. He did something like an olive branch to Drake. And that's probably why Drake was like, don't be throwing up owls in my DM. But he did something to do an olive branch to the guy. Like, gang, like, this been going on long enough, right? We might have took down a few, allegedly, according to Akademiks, they took down a few women together, right? Allegedly. They try to destroy this guy. Let's just be honest. Akademiks went full on Akademiks. He gave the Grand Wizard Chat got to go ahead to crash out on LeBron when he popped up at the pop out, right? And they started trying to smear the guy's name and ruin his relationship with his wife. Akademiks started to insinuate that Drizzy and LeBron took down some women together. They dry snitched on him. Let's just be honest. Didn't work. Didn't mess up his happy home with Savannah. She's too smart, right? But let's just say if we get inside Drizzy's head for a minute, and that's what he mad about, because they allegedly took down a couple together. Like, let's just be honest. That don't make you guys besties, okay? That don't make you guys besties. Ak was talking about LeBron was a splash, bro. That don't make you besties. So end of the day, right? Tiff, you're right. I am supposed to be on vacation. I'm in and out. I'm like Benny the Butcher. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm doing something different every day. But why does he think they're besties? Because allegedly, they supposed to have took down a couple together, allegedly, right? Okay, you guys did. Okay, let's be honest. You guys did this, that, and the third. Allegedly, which I believe, I think it's limits to what that story even is. I don't think LeBron out here going crazy with this guy. You know what I mean? I don't think he's just doing anything. They just, you know what I mean? I just don't think so. I think some of that stuff is contrived, and I think Akademiks ran with some stuff. But okay, that don't mean he can't go to another concert of another rapper. Funny thing is, Akademiks went to Kendrick's concert. Everybody that went to Kendrick concert knows that he played Not Like Us at the concert. Okay? Let's talk about this. Let's really have a real conversation. Akademiks' #1 song for the year of 2024, his Spotify. I can't express this enough. Akademiks' #1 song for the year of 2024 was Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. I'm not making this up. That means he played that song more than anyone else, any other record. Right? I think Euphoria was in his top 3. I could be wrong, but it was Not Like Us, Euphoria, somewhere in that top 5 of his listening songs. All right? He just got an OVO chain, for God's sakes. All right? Let's talk about it. Akademiks had that song in his playlist. Akademiks went to the concert after he dodged a couple of them. He finally went to the concert. I think it was it the Detroit concert? Or I don't know which concert Akademiks went to. Went to the concert. Right? Got confronted by TDE, right? Which one was it? Was it Punch? Or or who was it? Was it Dave? I can't remember who. Somebody confronted him. Might have been Punch. Somebody from the TD camp confronted Ak, and Ak started copping all kind of pleas. Right? They started asking real questions. They like, is it real or is it whatever? Right? Tip said Detroit. And Ak started copping pleas, starts dry snitching that Drake kind of has input on the pages, all kind of just scary. So he didn't stand on business at the Detroit concert. Gang, let's unpack this. This guy just received the OVO chain. He just received the OVO chain in a picture with this guy. And he's on the album doing an intro. Am I bugging out? Or the intro to episode 4 or something. Everybody got forgiven. Future's on the album, gang. Everybody's getting a tap on a nod and a tap on the shoulder. But somehow, some way, LeBron is still catching strays. Now, Akademiks literally went to the show, watched the whole concert up in a suite with a bunch of girlies, got pressed, didn't stand on business, but yet somehow in 2026, Ak is getting an OVO chain, and LeBron is catching strays. I can't make this up, gang. It don't make no difference. It don't make no sense. Blake is the homie. Salute the therapy by Blake. Salute the Morty. I kept calling him Kevin. He looked like a Kevin. Salute the therapy by Blake. Go check out that video. But LeBron hurt him the most. He got the LeBron tattoo. Man, like, you're a fan, okay. But you're taking it out. You're taking it a little too far. Right? Miss Tiny said Drake didn't forget top 5 yet. Their relationship is up and down. He probably not even mad at top 5. He just glad he's not coming around no more. Probably irritated. Top 5 probably real irritating. I'm be honest. Drake probably like, good. He ain't calling me no more. Top 5 like top toxic, like toxic 5 and shit. But it's amazing that LeBron is still catching strays, and now LeBron can't even listen to the Iceman record. He would have been one of the biggest supporters of the record. Let's just be honest. He would have been walking with, well, ain't no vinyl, so he can't. I don't think it's no vinyl yet for him to get signed. Right? That was the whole thing. That there's no physicals. And it only sold, gang, I'm not making this up. Last I heard, it only sold 1,000 pure physicals or something like that. Pure sale something. Right? So it ain't even no vinyl for LeBron to come get signed. So let's talk about it though. LeBron, why would he listen to it? And Tiff, he said, didn't she sign top 5 to his fake label? Yeah, Akademiks. He was pulling hoax on us. Akademiks claim he signed top 5. I think he said the label was $20 million or something. Like the label, he signed top 5. This, that, and the third. 25, some nonsense, right? But LeBron would have been the biggest supporter of the album. He would have carried the weight of the promo. He would have walked around. He probably would have got Iceman on him some way. He probably would have had a shirt. He would have came, like he would have been in the video. Like he would have been one of the biggest supporters of the album. Now he got to go back. Now he's still listening to the fall off because he can't openly support the album, even if he heard it. Why would he want to support the album he's getting dissed on? LeBron was dodging the album, thinking Drake. Hold on, what Diego say? Would expose him on the album. And Drake was acting like he was going to dry snitch. Let's just be honest. He was acting like, I'll push the button on you, open your mouth. I'll push the button. Him and Ak was doing, really they did. Like, hold up, gang. Let's stop acting like they didn't snitch. Really, they did dry snitch. Ak has the accusations out there. Akademiks TV and Akademiks himself, they low-key did snitch. How would I know this stuff until Ak said it? Ak said that. Okay? Ak insinuated that they took down some things. So they got mad and dry snitched. How would Ak know that? either Ak made it up out of nowhere or he was told. So they dry snitched. Let's call it a buck. And somehow, some way, Ak gets a chain, Future gets a feature, and LeBron gets dissed again. I can't make this stuff up, gang. This is the world we're living in. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say that the author is 100% correct because, let's be honest, if he was listening to Iceman, he probably would have said Iceman. It would have got him more, I want to say, brownie points to get toward the reconciliation that he seems to kind of could take or leave, but he'll take it, right? So he would have said, oh, I'm bumping Iceman. It would have been nothing to say to him. It would have been nothing. He don't have to lie about that. It would have helped his case, right? It would have helped his case with the boy. It would have helped him. But he said J. Cole. We went back months ago, right? So it is what it is. Tim said LeBron got the better end of the stick. Water in my cup, gang. Salute. Speaking of basketball, though, I want to get to this one. Some of y'all out here saying Knicks in 6. But something crazy happened the other night, gang. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why your president had to go to this game. I never got, he shut the city down. People couldn't do this, that, and the third. People was pissed in New York. Right? People was upset that your man shut down the Knicks game. He shut down a whole lot of stuff so he could go to see the Knicks play. Right? We're going to get to this. Let's get to this. We're doing this. A lot of New Yorkers, the ones I know and others, are none too pleased. Are none too pleased. Some of you guys are Knicks in 6. It might go 7 if this guy show up. But your president and mine, I guess, went to the Knicks game. He shut things down. You couldn't bring in no bags. A lot of normal Knicks everyday things couldn't happen because he who shall not be named decided to pop up. Pop out and show niggas. Right? They was heated. They was so heated. Right? Look at Jack Dance. Jack Dance is right. They beat up a couple Spurs fans. They didn't beat up one. They beat up a couple Spurs fans that night, which I thought was trash. Kind of make you root against the Knicks. I'm just going to be honest. They was hunting down. They was like Spurs jersey and was hunting them down. I saw a couple dudes that could have. Gang, let me just say this. I'm going to say this, and this could give me a trouble. I'm going to say this, gang. I'm just going to be honest. And we're going to get back to Trump and Cardi B. They're dumb as hell to be beating up these people. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say that part. They're dumb as hell to be beating up these people. I hate it. I saw the videos. It pissed me off. It made me mad, this, that, and the third. But let me just say this. Let me just say this, gang. Let me just say this. Can we just take off the jersey? And I know, I get it. I get it. They should be allowed to wear the jersey. I know this is controversial. But they just lost. You know it's a bunch of ignorant ass YNs out there trolling and scrolling around looking for Spurs jerseys. Right? Everybody I saw that got caught with the jersey on, it's just like tucking your chain. Sometimes you know, tuck your chain, gang. Let me be honest. Let me be honest. They know, everybody knows, tuck your chain, right? End of the day. Sims in the building, I see. Tuck your chain. You're in New York. Gang, let's just be honest. Don't act like it don't happen. Soccer is very violent too. They got to separate people in soccer too. In other countries where ain't nobody black. They got to separate the soccer fans, and if they come outside in the soccer everywhere, anywhere in those other regions with the jersey on, oh yeah, the villain does get effed. Listen, they get beat up too. So let's just be honest. But just take the jersey off. Put it in your pocket, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling they got the right, should be able to wear your jersey anyway, but sometimes it's too dangerous. Right? Sometimes it's too dangerous. In New York, game 3, Trump got these guys worked up. Maybe just take off the shirt, take off the jersey. And I'm gonna be honest. I saw the white guy. I felt bad for him. He was scared. They was chasing him, kicking him. I felt bad. It was wrong. It was dead wrong. I hope they get what they got coming to them. I hope arrests are made. I hate jail. I hate wishing jail on people. I'm not wishing jail on nobody. But somebody does that, they need some kind of punishment. Okay, let me say that. But I'm going to be honest with you. And it looked like the guy got lost. The white guy walking by himself looked like he was lost. But he also, and I'm not blaming the victim, but he looked defiant. He was walking with his head forward. He was like, I'm going where I'm going. I'm not taking it felt like he was not taking the jersey off. And I know I'm wrong, right? I know I'm wrong. But I just feel like he should have took the jersey off. Again, they're dead wrong. And I know somebody gonna get in there and say, yo, Charles, how you gonna blame? I know that. Just be safe. Sometimes just be safe, right? If I'm in Philly and I got my Commander's jersey on with me, I ain't taking my shit. But listen, if I'm in Philly and I can see that it's a mob of young kids and they beating up people with the jerseys on, right? And I see that they hitting dudes off. They hit somebody with a chair, gang. Somebody took a fold-up chair and bam. If I see all that, right? If I see all that, I am going to consider taking off my jersey. Who we got to get out the chat, man? Name the person, man. I see y'all going crazy in the chat. Somebody acting a fool over this. I don't know what's going on, man. What's happening in the chat? I see y'all talking about take the guy out the chat. Get the mods. Let me know who need to go, man. I don't know what's going on. But end of the day, man, Cardi B is not happy that your president went to this thing, and she was no uncertain terms. She in no uncertain terms has something to say, and she performed, right? So let's get to this. I want to read this article about what Cardi said, because she blamed him. She blamed him for the Knicks losing. And we're going to get to that. It's a lot going on, right? It's a lot going on. So we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Let me know if the chat need to be, if I need to do anything. All right? I don't know what's going on. I see y'all going crazy over somebody, right? Well, I want to get to this story of Cardi B going off on the prayers at the Knicks game, right? Let me get to this. Y'all acting crazy in this chat this morning, gang. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Salute Miss Cookie just popped in, right? Salute Nessa. Omar, I see you. Listen. Queen B, I see you. OGT Bella, Couch Potatoes, Mr. Stacy. Karen, I see you. Karen said she got the offender. He was bugging out, I guess, about the Knicks or something, going crazy. I don't know what's going on. I appreciate you guys in there in the chat, man. I appreciate the mods. I love them to death. So let's talk about this situation with Cardi, right? Cardi blames Trump for the Knicks' loss. Quote, it did feel a little dark. In game 3, the Knicks couldn't defeat the Spurs, and Cardi playfully suggests that it was because Trump was in the building. She took to the court for a halftime performance of her Am I the Drama track, Bodega Baddie, and her breakout hit, Bodak Yellow. I know you girls was in rare form. I know y'all was turned up, right? These is bloody shoes, right? Y'all was on 10. And let me just say for the record, Young M.A. is spitting, gang. Young M.A. spitting again. I heard a little bit of that album. She's spitting. But let me go back. It was a different time when Bodak Yellow and Young M.A. was popping. Yeah, it was a different time. Sosa, I appreciate you for the super chat. We need better representative. This generation is cooked. Sosa's mad about something. So let me see what's going on. She said, but even amid all the hype, Cardi B believes that President Donald Trump's appearance casts a dark shadow over Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Game 4 is tonight, gang, if I'm not mistaken. The San Antonio Spurs took on the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden, causing absolute chaos for thousands of ticket holders waiting outside in the streets of New York. Unfortunately for those cheering on the Big Apple, the Spurs reigned victorious, and the final score being 115 to 111. Yeah, they bested them, gang. They bested them. All right, let me continue. There have been plenty of highlights from the game, including Trump being booed by basketball fans in the crowd, and clips of the MAGA leader allegedly falling asleep. Gang, ain't no allegedly. When I saw the clip, right, I said, this looked like bro low-key just went to sleep. But I didn't finish. I don't be watching clips of this guy, so I didn't even watch it. But then I got confirmation. He got a little drowsy, right? He did all that. He made people not be able to do the little stuff outside, a lot of stuff they couldn't do. And I got a shot right here. This happened, right? He did fall asleep in the game after all that. After all of that, your boy drifted off, got drowsy. I mean, he's an older guy. He's going to get drowsy. It is what it is, right? And let me see. Nikki said he does that everywhere. They saying dementia, his health is bad. He fell asleep during his own meetings. They going crazy in the chat. Let me see what else. They said Deadshot said it should be 3-0. Honestly. Oh, Deadshot, you saying it should be 3-0 Spurs? The first two games were close? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, you praying on their downfall. Bag lady said nursing home now. And he got booed bad, gang. He got booed and then said they were cheering. This guy would tell you that the rain is snow. He'll tell you that the winter is the summer. He'll tell you anything you want if it fit the narrative. But we're not going to do too much talking about he who shall not be named. Let me finish this article. According to Cardi, Trump's presence ruined the energy and seemingly jinxed the Knicks, saying in a video that he was bad luck for the team. Deadshot said Spurs in 6. Cardi and Knicks fans don't want Trump at any future games. Not one to miss a moment to talk to fans on social media. Cardi shared a video in which she explained her thoughts. Quote, it probably was bad luck, but it is what it is. You can't stop the president from going to a game, but it did feel a little dark in there. It felt like the principal was there, and everybody had to be on their best behavior. But nevertheless, regardless of their Games 3 loss, the Bronx native is still sure the Knicks will reign victorious. I'm still so proud of them, she said. Make sure to tune in for Game 4, where the Spurs will see the Knicks once again at Madison Square Garden. So, gang, salute to J-Tom Reactions for the super chat. I appreciate you, right? And yes, Trump did try to say that they were cheering him. This guy will tell you, he'll tell you water is sunshine, gang. It's insane. It is absolutely insane, right? But here we are. It's a whole lot of people in the chat. I saw my my other brother-in-law, not the Drake supporter, Drake fan, Drake's biggest fan. My other brother-in-law, he said they probably riot if this guy show up to the next one. He said it probably ain't safe for the resident in chief or whatever they call him, right? The commander in chief. He said it probably ain't safe for him to come to no more games, gang. But Deadshot said Spurs in 6. That means they gotta win 3 more straight, gang. So they gotta beat them they gotta beat them in Madison Square Garden again. That's a lot going on, right? And Nessa, I think it's Nessa. Is it Nisa or Nessa? Let me know. Nisa, I'm gonna go with Nisa Moon. I'm gonna go with Nessa Moon. I might be wrong. Said Trump and Drake are well-known jinxes. That is a fact. Almost every team Drake bets on, they lose. It is what it is. Let me see. Full Auto said, much love. Keep it pushing shoulder. This is what we doing. We trying. Salute. Let me see. Yes, he was saluting and getting booed. Miss Cookie said he was saluting and getting booed at the same damn time. Listen, man, they are not feeling him there. They don't want him there. And it was a very bad idea. A lot of stuff got shut down outside. A lot of people, the trains were a mess. Everything was a mess. And they don't want him there. If he wanted, this guy a lot, he worries about his numbers a lot. I think him going to New York, messing it up for a lot of people. He need to not go there. All right. He need to not go there. Right. I don't like that team either, but I'm pulling for Cat. So listen. There's a lot going on with the Knicks and Spurs. I'm a well documented Knicks hater, but I also root for the underdog. And if it's time, then it's time, right? I can hate any team, but if it's time for that team to get theirs, then so be it. Everybody deserved that moment. Everybody deserved that time. If it's the Knicks' time, I ain't got nothing bad to say, right? I will applaud them and clap for them. I am not the hater they like to make me out to be. Sure, I don't like certain teams. Sure, I have an issue with certain rappers. But if it's their time to shine and it's their time to shine, everybody deserves their moment. We all human. So if it's time for the Knicks to get that bag, get that chip or whatever you want to call it, then so be it. And fans deserve it. But you guys have to stop just beating people up in the streets for wearing a different jersey. That is corny. It is whack. And it is trash. Salute to Ms. Rock Kitty said it's Knicks time. And I have no problem if it is, okay? Bala said, nah, it's not time. Y'all putting a lot on these Spurs games. Spurs lost 2 games straight at home. This shit might end in 5, gang. Like, what we talking about? Like, yeah, gang, it's tough. And even when teams lose, they just win one to not get swept. Somebody in the chat said the ref's going to make sure it goes 7. That's a possibility, guy. I used to believe that. I used to didn't believe in that, but then a lot of stuff came out, how these refs stretch these games. It happens, gang. It's a mandate. Sometimes they make it where they got to make these games go. Right? AWAX 1 said, Big Knicks. Flashbird said, sigh, by him saluting himself, he was basically saluting himself. I got one more thing I want to talk about, right? And this story to me, this is a big story. This is a huge story. Because some of you guys erroneously try to say that this man on the left outshined this man on the right on his own album. Yes, some of you guys still repeat the false narrative that Eminem outshined Jay-Z on Renegade. Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day because I'm a renegade. Some of you erroneously say that Eminem outshined Jay-Z. Now, what you fail to add into that conversation is that was Eminem's beat. Okay? That was Eminem's beat. First of all. So he probably already had the cadence in the verse ready to go. Okay? It ain't an excuse. It ain't an excuse. But Cowboy Hater said M smoked J on Renegade. That's an Eminem beat. Here we go with the nonsense. G-Man goes, he did, bro. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get in this chat and see what's going on. Dr. P said, lies they tell. Is anything it was a tie or Jay by a hair? This thing is still divisive. Still. Bing said, I do not agree with that, but I'm also not an Eminem fan. Okay. I am a fan of both. And I thought that they both did a hell of a job on Renegade. I think Jay verse was impeccable. I'm awkward. I box lefty. Da, da, da. They went nuts. They both went nuts. Nas, my guy Nas, the greatest lyricist alive, was fighting back. And he said on Ether, you got bodied on your own song. Alluding that Eminem bodied him on Renegade. That was Nas in defense mode. He said quite a few things on there. Even Jay said some erroneous things about Nas on Takeover. Nas started this narrative. I'm going to be honest, right? Zlowak said, Jay said himself, that was self-deprecating. He was trying to take people off the scent of that nonsense, right? That was self-deprecating. J Tom Reaction said they both went off on that beat. Now, what's going on with this situation, right? Is Nas started that narrative and people ran with it. Let me just say this for the record. And you guys can tell me if you agree. Right? You guys can tell me if I see the chat's going crazy. It's still divisive to this day. You guys can tell me if you agree. No one was saying that until Nas said it. At the time. No one was saying that until Nas said it. Let's just be honest. I didn't listen to that and be like, yo, M bodied him. Now, maybe people thought that. It's still divisive. Only one Zay said he bodied Jay doesn't have anything to do with what Nas said stop it. So only one don't believe me. Nobody was saying that until Nas said it. I'm going to be honest. OGT Bella said I think Nas put that in your head, oh. I think Nas put that in your head. I'm standing on it. I think Nas put that in people's head. I listen to that thing probably once every year or two. And I listen. I'm like, did Jay get bodied? I listen to the cadence. I'm listening to Jay. I'm like, Jay did not get bodied. M did a superb performance, but Jay did too. That's like saying Benny the Butcher got bodied by J. Cole on Johnny P's Caddy. He didn't get bodied. J. Cole had an amazing verse, but Benny held his own and had a great verse too. All right? So at the end of the day, it's still divisive in the comments, right? It's still divisive to this day. Eminem and Jay to this day is still divisive. Right? But I say all that to say this. And this can't compare to that moment, because that was just a great moment, great record, two of the best artists on earth. But allegedly, they are about to collab again. Now, I'm going to say this ain't, let me see, 1982 said that is a lie. People definitely were saying Jay got washed by Eminem before Nas allegedly started that narrative. You know what? I'm going to be honest. The more I think about it, Nas actually got that. Nas got that from the internet. I'm going to be honest. Nas did get that from the internet. I'm going to be honest. So Nas pushed that narrative. He used it to hurt Jay. But you guys, I do gotta be honest. The more I think about it, Nas got that narrative from the internet. That was already in chat rooms. That was already being said down. Right? I got to keep it a buck. I got to keep it a buck. But let me say this. Say, you a damn lie, Charles. Nas ain't start that. He said the quiet part out loud. Detroit salute. You know what? I'm gonna have to. The more I reflect, Nas did get that from the internet. Like Dot got some stuff from the internet too. Let's just be honest. And Drake got some stuff from the internet. The internet been around 30 years, gang. So there was a lot of chatter. J verse was more cohesive. M style was better. Salute to Sosa for the super chat. Yeah. No. You guys are right. You guys are right. On the old hip hop forums, you guys are right. They were saying that before Nas said that. I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe it, right? Cameron said M was floating, but Jay-Z cooked. You gotta listen to what Jay-Z actually said on that record, gang. You gotta listen to Jay-Z. Now G-Man said the internet wasn't popular back then. Nah, the internet was popping. Internet was popping back then. We had Yahoo Messenger. We had all kind of chat rooms. It was going on. It is what it is, right? But I say all that to say this. Now I don't know if this is. I can't really I really can't compare what they're about to do to that moment. That was a more organic moment. 1982, Aries Baby said, "You're listening to try to reprogram your brain to make you think he didn't get washed, and Eminem definitely washed him. Jay-Z did good, but it wasn't enough. He didn't wash him, Aries. Come on. He didn't wash him. All right, let's keep it a buck. The dude didn't get washed. But a lot of people felt they resonated. Well, not resonated. They felt technically wise, Eminem was more technically skilled than Jay. But Jay said some real shit on that album. Let's just be honest. On that record, let's just be honest. What Jay was saying was some real stuff. Okay? And the real A voice said, oh my bad. The real The Voice said, Jay did cook as well, much love, classic song. So let's put it like this, right? Tim said Black Planet. How many of y'all was on Black Planet? Right, Black Planet used to be popping. They keep trying to bring it back here and there. But let me put it like this. They're supposedly, right? They're supposedly collabing. Now, I don't know how serious or real this collab is, right? Silver Fox said, the thing is, the internet is not reliable. I still see people insisting that Family Matters was better than Euphoria. That's a damn near gotcha moment, gang. That's a gotcha moment, but Drake fans are a little different. They are kind of out of touch, right? They kind of out of touch. Miss Cookie in the building. Dead Shot said MySpace. Maybe MySpace might have been around when that was out. 01? I don't think MySpace was out in 01 yet. But there was a lot of people. There was a lot of internet chitter chatter, and we had a lot of, at that time, the internet was popping. It wasn't crazy, but it was a valuable source of information, right? The Journey said, when I saw how Jay-Z was moving at Def Jam and whatever label that he runs, I was good. He showed LL because he's afraid of you meant to say he shelved LL. I don't believe that he shelved LL. That was a rumor. LL got mad that Jay-Z was there, and LL damn near shelved himself. But let me continue. Asiam in the building. What did Asiam say? But it wasn't even a competition. No, it was the same song. It wasn't supposed to be a back and forth. No, they were supposed to be talking about being renegades, right? They're supposed to be talking about renegades, and they both did a good job. So I say all that to say this story right here, right? Let's get to the story. Let's get to the story why we even talking about Jay-Z and Eminem in the first place. All right? Let's get to this story right here. Eminem and Jay-Z appear to be on the new Rakim, Kurrupt, and Master Killer album. This article is by Alexander Cole. And what's going to happen is they're going to be on a joint album by Rakim, Kurrupt, and Master Killer, which I am now looking forward to. I am now looking forward to this project. All right. So let's get to it. Eminem and Jay-Z hashed it out on Renegade, and now they are set to appear on another track together very soon. Back in 01, Eminem and Jay-Z joined forces on Renegade off the Blueprint and spawned one of the greatest collaborations in history of hip-hop overall. It was an incredible performance from both artists, although some say it was one of the few times in which Jay was bested on his own song. Now it appears as though the two are going to get together. They're going to get another collaboration with one another. However, the details surrounding this collab are actually pretty scarce. In August, Rakim, Master Killer, and Kurrupt are set to drop a collaborative album. According to executive producer M80, Hov and Eminem are on the same song. Gang, this is exciting. This is allegedly happening. Eminem and Hov have agreed to be on the same record, and this is news. I don't think this is going to be that level, right? Because they're not working together, right? They're not working in tandem. It's going to be one sent the verse, the other sent the verse. They probably didn't even hear each other's verse. Let's just be honest. But let me continue. M80 revealed, I know M80 from something else too. He did some other work with some other people. Salute to M80. I know him, but I can't remember the work he's done at the moment. M80 revealed the entire track list. According to Double XL, as you can see in the post below, M and Hov are going to be on the 6th track of the record. Once again, it is unclear what the context of their feature is going to be. Will they both have verses? Will they be sampled? Will they be performing a skit? There are no answers to those questions. Instead, fans are simply going to have to wait for the Rakim, Kurrupt, and Master Killer album to be released. However, the prospect of Jay-Z and Eminem collaborating in 2026 should be enough to get fans excited. At the end of the day, these are two artists who are legends in their own right, and it's always nice to hear from them. A song with both artists featured could very well steal the discourse for weeks, and it is something that we would absolutely love to see. So, gang, that's very interesting, and no matter what the context, we're all going to be there for it. And these two guys are students of the game. This is why Hov did his freestyle to some chagrin. Some people are saying he's too big to come down off that mountain and diss people. Hov is a student of the culture, and Eminem is as well. So they would never turn their back on a feature of this magnitude to rap with Rakim, Kurrupt, and Master Killer. Salute to Kurrupt. I think he was sick. So I don't know how he's doing, but I heard that he is back home. Right? Flashburn said Rakim and Master Killer still doing awesome music. Yeah, it feels old school, but I love it. That's going to be a great album lyrically, I'm going to be honest. I do believe Hov and Eminem may rap on there, but it would be kind of corny to just put them as features if they're doing some type of shout out. That would be kind of corny, I'm going to be honest. You're not supposed to give no features, say featuring somebody if they're shouting out. So let's see what happens. I think that it's going to cause a lot of conversation. Let's say this though. 01, if my math is math, and that sounds like 25 years ago. And people are still going to judge that album, that song, with this record. They're still going to say who got smoked, who did this, that, and the third. I don't know if it's fair, but it's hip hop. And they could have absolutely not even known the other was going to be on the track at first. Jay could have sent his verse, M could have sent his verse, and no one knew the other was going to be on the track. So we don't know the context, but we are definitely still going to judge them. Who did what? Eminem. Some people just hate Jay. They're going to say Eminem bodied them again. They're going to say that whether they agree or not. And some people are going to say Jay bodied them. I don't even know at this point if we're going to get fair, honest feedback at this point, right? I don't think we're going to get fair, honest feedback from certain people. I just want to hear the record. I'm going to say they both did well, no matter what happens. I'm just going to be honest. I just want to hear the song. I want to hear if they mailed it in. Jay ain't really known for mailing verses in, and Eminem don't mail verses in either. Eminem just did that song with LL Cool J, and I stand on it that LL Cool J's The Force album is LL Cool J's best hip hop album of his career. It has some of the most cohesive tracks, some of the most more hip hop stuff. It didn't go off the rails like some of his old albums did. Right. I am an LL head. I used to go around the house performing. I'm performing bad, this, that, and the third. So you can't tell me nothing about no LL. But some of them songs did not age well, and some of them songs were I love LL. Some of the songs were corny. The new LL album is extremely cohesive, and it's one of his best projects. And Eminem did a feature on that project because Eminem is a student of the game, and he knew this is LL. I got to do the feature in the story, right? Journey said LL did his thing. The album is fire. Karen said I like that album. Miss Tiny said Murdergram Part 2 was the bomb. And I like Murdergram, but this is the thing. When they leaked Murdergram the first one, I didn't want to hear it like that. I didn't want to hear the leak, and the leak was bad. It wasn't mixed. This, that, and the third. But when I heard the real version, they killed it. And people don't give LL credit. LL went nuts. And I kind of think Eminem let LL go nuts. I think Eminem was like, I'm not going to have a repeat of this renegade conversation. Eminem did his verse. He did a good verse. But I was like, Eminem, he let LL breathe. I'm not saying you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he kind of threw in the towel or mailed it in, but he let him. I know Eminem work, and he let LL breathe. It wasn't like, I'm going to try to steal this from LL. No, he said he kept up with him. He kept the pace, and he let him breathe. He didn't try to do him. And I respected that. OGT Bella said, pink cookies in a plastic bag. That's one of the songs we talking about. LL has some misses, gang. Let's just be honest. LL has some misses. But that's my guy, right? Queen B said, when I lived in D.C., LL was my man. Everybody loved LL back then. Couch Potato said LL did come back after over 2 decades and went toe-to-toe with him. He did. All right? And the video was crazy. It was a lot going on with that LL Eminem song. So that's what I'm saying, that Jay and Eminem being on here is no surprise because they are very – right now, Rakim, we could lose Rakim any day, gang. We could lose anybody any day. And at this point, right, if Rakim asking me if I'm Jay to work with him, I'm working with him. I'm coming off of that. I'm coming out of that ivory tower. I'm coming out of that office, and I'm going to send him a verse. I doubt Rakim has ever asked him. I'm going to be honest. I doubt Rakim has ever asked asked Jay-Z to do a verse with. I doubt it ever happened. Right? Couch Potato said pink cookies is a classic. No, salute. If you like it, I love it. Pink cookies in the plastic bag, getting crushed by buildings, right? Emil said M didn't send in the code red. Deadshot said, yo, chill. Right? Zlowak said, I bought it. I got to keep my LL albums together. Salute. It's hip-hop heads in here, man. Dead ass. So we're going to see about that feature. We're going to see what happens. And I think I think they mailed in verses, and it's going to be good verses. But they just so students of the game, they were going to do this. Like I said, Rakim could be out of here, and they're going to be like, I never got to work with Rakim. Rakim was everybody's idol at some point, right? Salute Miss Hummus. Salute G-Man. All right, gang, I think that's all I got. I made it. Episode 8. Morning show. I did it again. I started late, but it gave a lot of you guys time to catch the live, okay? Some of you guys say that the live at 8 is too early. Today, we went 11:30, and you guys got in here. I appreciate you guys. People from all over the world was in the chat, all right? Mike Tech said if there's no feature, it would be a huge disappointment. That is a fact. Putting them in the track list and they don't rap is a problem, all right? So listen, man, Lord Racer, I see you. Journey, I see you. Omar, Emil, Justin. Listen, Diego, I see you. Dr. Ed, Dr. P, you're a music diva. I think I said Lord Racer, Flashburn. Listen, gang, I appreciate you. Spirited conversation. I love it when we talk old school hip hop, right? Love Child said this time is better, right? I can't say I'm gonna be going this time daily. It may happen here and there, right? Tip said go back to vacation. Oh no, I'm working today. I'm about to drop like 4 videos, gang, today, and then I'm gonna go to the beach. To the beach, right? But gang, I appreciate you. Ms. Rock Kitty said this time works better for me. I'm gonna work. I'm just gonna work. I'm gonna be doing stuff. You guys gonna get a lot of work in the future, gang. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Every Wednesday night, we go live on the West Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. Tap in about 9:15, 9:30. Silver Fern, I appreciate you. That's my cousin named Fern. My cousin passed away about 2 years ago. Rest in peace to my cousin Fern. Thanks for being a part of my morning. I appreciate you, Silver Fern. Long life. I wish you the best and many blessings. All right. Also, I got a Patreon. Challz Brown on Patreon. Lock in. You could get on there for free. Free 99. I also do stuff for the paying members. Head on over there, all right? And we got a new video called Peanut Butter Tims. That's off The What Project. Lock in on that. A lot of people saying that's a dope album, all right? And I think that's all I got. Tomato Man still coming, gang. I'm about to start promote that again because I'm talking about a whole comic book that's going to lead to a whole lot of nonsense going on. And we'll see what happens, gang. Listen, I appreciate you guys locking in. And I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
I need the whole left side. Every seat by the window. I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too. Slide your feet over. Everything by this window. I need this. All these seats. Move over. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, color like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, lethal weapon, lethal injections, 3 off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady on